For the past few years, the streaming war has been heating up, and now within the next few months, it is about to go nuclear. Long gone are the days of just Netflix and Hulu battling it out with HBO in the corner doing its own thing. Now we have streaming services for everything, from anime to sports, and even British TV. The money made from these streaming services have finally caught the eye of major corporations, who now want to, understandably, cash in on this. Instead of simply signing a deal with Netflix for some extra cash they were not going to make, companies now view their content, like The Office for example, as an important weapon for the streaming service arsenal. Within the next year, we will get Disney's answer with Disney+, AT&T utilizing Warner Bros. And HBO for their massive HBO Max service, and now the recently announced Comcast and NBC service, Peacock. In the middle of all these heavy hitters, Apple will also be launching theirs, called Apple TV+. But for a tech company, with their claim to fame for original content being Carpool Karaoke and Planet of the Apps, how does Apple fit into all this? Well, after Apple announced some more details about the service at their recent September event, I think it is quite clear how Apple views the service. Rumors abound for months that it would cost $9.99 per month, which, after Disney Plus being $7, that would be a death sentence. Instead, however, Apple has said the service would only cost $4.99 per month, a lot more reasonable. And to make sure you at least try out the service, they are offering a 1-week free trial and a free year subscription if you buy a major Apple device this year, including iPhones, iPads, Macs, and Apple TV. Hey, you just bought that new iPhone 11? Well, now you got Apple TV Plus. You're welcome. Now, why are they doing this? Well, because while they may be the kings in tech, they need to prove themselves in making content. So what kind of content are they making? Well, right now it seems to be a variety of dramas and kids shows. Dramas vary from The Morning Show, which seems to be a classic drama story, Mankind, which is about an alternate reality, and C, which seems to take place in some kind of post-apocalyptic future. For kid shows, they will have a Snoopy show and Helpsters, which is from the makers of Sesame Street. They will also have content in the future, backed by the likes of Steven Spielberg and Oprah. Apple also, at least for now, seems to be not trying to buy the rights to shows to add them to their service, and just focus on Apple originals. This does make sense if you look at their TV app, and how you can now subscribe and add channels to the app, such as HBO and Showtime. Their idea seems to be that you have an Apple TV Plus subscription, plus your iTunes purchases, and that makes the base of your library. Then you can also subscribe to those channels and you would have even more to watch. This is a unique setup that not many companies use. The only one that is really set up like this, as of now, is Amazon Prime Video, where you have your base streaming options, then you can add channels if you like, and if a movie is not available there either, you can then rent or buy it from Amazon. Now that I've gone over what Apple TV Plus is exactly, have you given thought to what it's trying to be in the streaming war? If you said like HBO, you'd be correct. And no, not like the future HBO Max service, but like regular HBO. HBO prides itself on the quality over quantity, with the company usually being recognized thanks to its landmark dramas, The Wire, The Sopranos, and Game of Thrones. Besides these big shows that get people talking, they also have other shows that vary in style, with Entourage, Ballers, Curb Your Enthusiasm, True Detective, True Bloods, and on and on. Now, while HBO's library does seem big, and that not every show is of amazing quality, it is only because they have been around for a while. If you take a look at their release schedule, they usually only have a few shows a year, rotating them out so there is something fresh to watch. And they more often not have good shows versus, well, crap. This is the style Apple is doing, with them planning to have a new Apple original show every month. After they launch with a few shows to start the service, they will be stagnating the shows. This is different from Netflix, who up until this point was signing deals and handing out money left and right just for people to make content. Good or bad, they just wanted content. I think also trying to be like HBO in this situation is smart. For Apple, ideally, over the next few years, they have more and more successful originals and increase their library, meaning then they can sell the service on its pedigree and more content creators would want to work with them. This is why it is also smart for them to charge only $4.99 and even offer it for free if you buy something. Because right now, they have nothing. As other streaming services get bigger and bigger, Apple can sit by and grow their service to be a bit more unique. However, this is all predicated on the idea that their shows are good to great. If the likes of The Morning Show and C get a terrible reception, it will get harder and harder to achieve what they want. So to wrap this up, I wanted to make this video because a lot of people have been crapping on Apple TV+. Even I did. But looking at the bigger picture, people should understand Apple's place here and what they're trying to be. And if their shows are good, they will get what they want. And also, while people may lament more streaming services being made, more competition is good, as it allows shows to be made that might have never been. We have seen a growth of really good shows in the past few years, in part due to the rise of streaming services. And with the war heating up, that should continue, which is only a good thing to viewers.